Great day to you good people. This is upcoming a sample of the videos of the future digital dailies that's coming up and week after next. Have a great awesome day. Enjoy these short samples of the first part of a video's multiple video series in which you can utilize these tools every single day. A different tool you can work off into if you want to, but at least you're a member and you have access to the full project. If you're not a member, up under this short sample video, there's a link which you can go join in today. So you can get these products that you see on the screen, but also next week you'll be getting some of the newer products. Well, week after next, really. So have a good awesome day. Enjoy these short videos. Bye.
Do you believe in good and bad forces in life? Well, I'm sure you do. It's obvious that it exists. But what I'm talking about is the concept of yin and yang, where there's light and dark, good and bad to everything. In that same regard, I believe that there also exists good stress and bad stress. As famous wet oil painter Bob Ross once said, "You can't have the light without the dark. You need the light areas to make the dark areas show, just like in life." Having said that, I want to go through the elements of stress briefly before we talk about anything else. For starters, let's discuss the good kind of stress, and then work our way to the other kind. When you're thrust into a situation that challenges your potential and your capabilities, it brings on a certain element of stress. Whether it's trying something you've never done before, competing in a contest, starting a new business or venture, or anything else, what you're having is an experience with the good kind of stress. These challenges are what bring your life at a constant state of change, in terms of the up and down movement in emotion. Without these sort of happenings, your life would, arguably, become far less predictable and potentially less exciting. While it may be comfortable to remain in a zone of knowing, you also deny yourself the opportunity to explore your full potential as a person. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of encouragement or a fresh perspective to inspire you to step out of your comfort zone. Instead of approaching these situations as fearful, approach them with a heightened sense of awareness. Now, bear with me here. You want to view situations, people, and everything as an observational body. By this, I mean, rather than placing judgment or jumping to a side, you simply observe. Practicing this relaxed state of mind will allow your environment and the people within it to become more supportive and, of course, relaxed. I believe that a lot of us are equipped with an instinct to form excuses and reasons as to why we shouldn't tackle a challenge or make a significant or small change. Meanwhile, the truth is that sometimes your rational mind does have a point. At the same time, you should be consciously aware of your comfort zone and how rooted you become with it. The more you immerse yourself within it, the harder it can be to get out. Think about it this way. Sometimes you might be comfortable, and then all of a sudden, an opportunity comes along. Your first instinct may push you to decline the opportunity, whatever it may be, and remain in a state of constant knowing and comfort. Taking an intelligent risk, when the timing is right, can end up transforming your life from ordinary to far more fulfilling. Taking a step forward, or a risk, can be a positive movement towards growing as a person, and also coping with the other kind of stress, the bad kind. Now, if you're going through this course, then I'm sure that may be why you're here. Dealing with the bad stress, the kind you could definitely do without in your life. I'm not going to bore you or waste your time by listing off reasons or situations that can generate bad stress, mainly because I'm certain you know what stresses you out and creates that feeling of overwhelm in your life. Just thinking about the topics and things that are weighing over you can cause your mind to escalate the situation. This, in turn, makes coming up with a solution and dealing with the stress effectively far more difficult. Now that I've gotten you this overview of good and bad stress, let's just dive right into the topic of breathing to relieve the stress. The first thing I want you to do is breathe. Yes, that's all you need to do. Breathe. But hold on. Stop your mind from wandering and focus only on one thing, which is the process of breathing and the breaths themselves. Take notice to the breath coming in through your nose, filling your...
The tools you need to succeed. Now let's talk about some of the tools you're going to need to succeed with list building. The very first thing that you're absolutely going to need is a good, reliable autoresponder service. There are many different autoresponder services out there, but you need to stay away from the free autoresponder services. You just never know how reliable they're going to be, so just don't risk it with your business. I'm going to recommend two providers that I've personally used and that I personally endorse. The first one I'm going to recommend is Aweber. This is probably one of the most popular autoresponder services among internet marketers, especially beginners, mainly because it's really easy to use and get started with. And you can test Aweber out for the first month for just $1, so it's really easy to get started with them. The other autoresponder services I've used and recommend is GetResponse. They're very similar to Aweber in that they have a lot of the same features and allow you to do similar things. The advantage GetResponse has, pricing-wise anyway, is that you can actually get started with them for free. Now the free trial has some limitations, but if you just want to test it out, you can just sign up and check it out. Both services are reliable though, so whoever you go with really just comes down to personal preference. I do recommend though that whatever service you try, you really stick with it, because it is sometimes a little difficult to switch between autoresponder providers. So that's something for you to keep in mind. Now the next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a good, reliable host provider. Once again, I don't recommend that you use a free hosting provider. You just never know what's going to happen with them. They're usually entirely advertising based, so you just never know how reliable they're going to be. And really, when it comes down to your business, you need to invest in solid tools for it to work properly over the long term. There are a lot of good hosting providers out there, but there is only one I can highly recommend. That's HostGator. They're a fantastic service, excellent customer support, excellent uptime. They have virtually no downtime, and like I said, their customer service is absolutely fantastic. I've never had any issues with their servers being down or anything like that, and any problems I've had with my websites, they've been able to fix for me in no time. They've got a few different plans available, but I recommend going with their baby plan. You get unlimited domains, unlimited disk space, and unlimited bandwidth, so I recommend them. They're also very affordable at about $6 per month. So you've got no excuses for not investing in a good hosting provider like HostGator. Now the next thing that you're going to need is a domain name. Obviously this can just be about anything you want, but it should be something related to your niche and what you have to offer. So let's say you're in the gardening niche and you want to build a list that gives out tips and ideas about gardening to your subscribers. A domain name you could go with is something like johnsgardeningtips.com. Or if you have a specific offer you're giving away to build your list, for example a free report named 27 Tips to Gardening Success, then maybe a domain name such as 27gardeningtips.com would work well. It's completely up to you. Just make sure the domain name is related to your niche and to your offer. There's a few different places you can purchase a domain name from. The two I recommend are GoDaddy and Namecheap. They're really only two places that I recommend you buy your domain names because they have very good prices and they're very reliable. You can also search for coupons on Google for these two services, which will give you some discounts. So you end up paying less than $10 for your domain name. The next thing that you're going to need to start building your list is you're going to need a squeeze page. This is a page where you're going to send your visitors so they can sign up to your list. You can make your own if you know HTML, or you can make it easy on yourself and use a template. Either a theme or a plugin on WordPress or an HTML template. The easiest option is probably to get something for WordPress. This allows you to not just build squeeze pages, but also build out a full website as well. A great option to do this with is OptimizePress. The great thing about this is they let you build sales pages, squeeze pages, download pages, membership pages, everything. And it's all done within the WordPress platform, so it's easy to manage. It's a great tool, and if you're serious about building a long-term business, it's also a tool that will serve you well as you continue to expand your business. You're going to be able to keep using it to build more squeeze pages, to sell your own products on sales pages, and so much more. So it's definitely worth the investment. Another option you have for building squeeze pages within WordPress is WP Lead Gorilla. It isn't as comprehensive as OptimizePress, in that it doesn't allow you to create sales pages and other pages, but what it does is it allows you to create some really cool looking modern day squeeze pages. And these new style squeeze pages convert very well. I've had conversions of well over 50% on these types of squeeze pages, compared to something like 30% on regular squeeze pages you often see most marketers using. So this is also worth the investment if you want to use some of these high converting, fresh looking squeeze pages for your offers. So those are some of the tools you'll need to be successful with list building. Next, we're going to take a look at the structure of your list building business, and more specifically, your sales funnel.
Are you an online business owner? Then I hazard a guess that long work hours are getting to you. You're frustrated with steep learning curves. And maybe you're not really in a position to hire someone else to fix every leak there is in your business. Sometimes you feel you can do it yourself and do it faster. If this sounds like what you're experiencing right now, then I've got something for you. With your permission, I'd like to announce the Online Business Videos. This is a series of on-screen video tutorials covering everything you need to know to build your online business. This is the closest thing you can get to having a mentor show you how it's done. And if you can follow instructions, then you will have no problem following this. You'll learn everything from how to set up your processor to accept payments, to building your pages purely online, setting up downloads, and more. These are essential skills every marketer and business owner should learn. Or you can also get this for your employees, interns, or virtual assistants if you run a team. Ultimately, no more guesswork, no more figuring it out. Your frustration with technical details ends today. Skip all the trial and error right now by clicking on the order button below.
Running is good for you. And it's good for you in all sorts of ways. First and foremost, running is good for your cardiovascular system. It's a highly aerobic activity which utilizes both fatty acids and carbohydrates for energy. Going for a run will get your heart racing and blood pumping. And people who run or jog on a regular basis tend to have thicker left heart ventricles than people who live a more sedentary lifestyle. Now, that might sound like a bad thing, but actually it isn't. Actually, it's a very good thing. Because this makes their hearts more efficient and able to pump a larger volume of blood per beat, which means they have a lower resting heart rate and a correspondingly lower risk of heart disease. Your heart is a muscle, so it becomes stronger as a result of exercise. And running has positive effects on a host of coronary risk factors, which may also help to explain why this type of exercise is associated with lower coronary death rates. Running is also good for your joints and muscles. It can help you to lose weight and lessen the load that your knees, hips, etc. have to carry around all the time. When you exercise, the cartilage in your hips, knees and ankles compresses and expands. Now, this draws in oxygen and flushes out any waste products, keeping the cartilage nourished and healthy. And in so doing, it lessens the risk of contracting osteoarthritis in old age. Running also strengthens the ligaments that helps to support your joints, and this makes them more stable and less susceptible to strains and sprains. Running and jogging is also good for your muscles. In fact, some of the body's largest muscles are in the legs. Specifically, your inner and outer thighs, your gluteus maximus, quads, hamstrings, and calves. And rigorous exercise like running leads to micro tears in the muscle fiber. And this causes the body to rebuild those fibers to prevent further damage, and in so doing, it makes them bigger and stronger. Running also helps to strengthen your bones, making them less susceptible to injury in later life. Each stride you take when running creates stress on your bones as your feet touch the ground to propel you forward. This stress is higher on the bones than other daily activities like walking. Since bone is a living tissue, your body can sense the additional stress and bending from the load, and as a precaution, it activates a series of reactions to strengthen the bone to prevent injury to the bone tissue. As stress is sensed by your body, osteoblasts are sent to the surface of the bone being affected. Now, osteoblasts are cells from which the bone develops. As the osteoblasts migrate to the bone's surface, they start modeling the bone to strengthen it. A matrix of protein develops between the cells, causing the bone to increase in density. And the greater the mineral density of the bone, the stronger it becomes. And the strength prepares the bone to more easily face the same amount of stress from running in the future. And this is all according to the good people at livestrong.com. And finally, running is good for your brain. It stimulates the creation of new nerve cells and blood vessels within the brain, and it may help ward off Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Research at the University of Aberdeen found that the act of running triggers creative thinking. According to the researchers, your brain associates forward motion with the future. To maximize the effect, you should stick to a route you know well so that you don't have to worry about directions and can simply let your mind wander. Running also increases the activity in the hippocampus, the area of the brain that's responsible for learning, and it triggers the release of endorphins, stress release hormones that lead to a positive feeling in the body. Just some of the many reasons why going for a run can put a smile on your face.
Video number 1. Welcome to the latest and most effective video marketing video training designed to take you by the hand and walk you through the process of getting the most out of video marketing on behalf of your offline or online business. I'm so excited to have you here, and I know this will be very helpful for you. This excellent and exclusive video training will take you by the hand and show you step by step, topic by topic, and tool by tool what you really need to know in order to dominate video marketing the easiest way possible, using the most effective tools and in the shortest time ever. This is exactly what you're going to learn from this video training. In video number 1, this is the video you're watching right now, you will have a detailed explanation of what will be included in the complete training. That way you can have a clear vision of what to expect from the video training. In video number 2, you will learn what video marketing is all about. We will give you the easiest definition for it, how they are generally used, and what kinds of videos there are for marketing purposes. In video number 3, you will learn why video marketing is such an amazing shortcut to take your profits to any level you want, thanks to the extremely targeted traffic you can get. And you'll see the amazing benefits videos will bring to your business and online marketing efforts. We will even show you up to 15 shocking facts that will open your eyes to the immense power of videos for marketing nowadays. In video number 4, you will see how important businesses are using videos in their marketing efforts, so that way you can have complete confidence in this powerful marketing strategy for your own business success story. In video number 5, you will learn about the top video sharing sites, what their benefits are, as well as how each and every one of them can help you get the most out of video advertising for your offline or online business success. In video number 6, you will learn about some really nice video marketing power tools, highly effective tools that have been created to make video marketing amazingly simple for you, even if you haven't created a single video in your life. In videos 7 through 10, you will learn how to do video marketing the right way, from start to finish, using one of the most effective and easy to apply video marketing methods. We will cover topics like creating, uploading, optimizing, and advertising your video. In video number 11, you will learn about several highly effective video marketing tricks you can apply and definitely see some great results in your video marketing efforts. Tricks used by experienced people in the subject. In video number 12, you will learn about the hottest ways to use video for marketing so you don't have to be on your own out there trying to figure out what's actually working in video marketing nowadays. In video number 13, you will learn about a few really nice and shocking video marketing case studies. These are actual examples we've taken from the internet to show you how video marketing actually works. In video 14, we will give you a list of all video marketing do's you must be sure you include in your video advertising, and a list of all video marketing don'ts you must be sure not to do in your video advertising. Well, it's time to dominate video marketing, guys. I know you'll love this video training very much, so see you in the next video.